In Argentina, it's called the chain vote, el voto cadena. It's when, for example, a local politician, normally a Peronist, some that works for some mayor, some Peronist mayor in some district. They what they do is they pay poor people to vote.
Buy my novel, Escape from the Village, from major booksellers online. Go to escapevillage.com. Subscribe to the Substack. Go to fountainheadforum.substack.com. Support the forum. Go to buymeacoffee.com/fountainheadforum. Thank you. Welcome to the Party Pal. This is Fountainhead Forum 384, and I'm talking to Miguel Duranti. He's been on before. And we're going to talk about those wonderful elections in Argentina on Sunday. It's now 4 days afterwards. We're going to watch Milei's, I guess we'll call it his victory speech. Is about 18 minutes long, and we're going to talk about some other things. Also, we've also got the new foreign minister who's replacing, Wertheim stepped down, and he's Pablo Quirno. So, and it looks like we might have some other people changing jobs too, with Bullrich going into the Senate and a few other changes being made. So anything to say about that, Miguel?
No, I expect the Bullrich to leave someone she trusts there, and they're doing a good job. Like I don't know if I already told you this, but they control the situation in Rosario that was about to explode because of the drug dealers. And the murder rate dropped about 72% compared to last year. So it just goes to show that a little political decision and a little common sense goes a long way to solving the problem. Of course, we're libertarians. We want to have legalized drugs. For now, if the U.S. says it's illegal, it will be illegal, and
unfortunately,
we can't do very much on that area. Unfortunately,
yeah, I really think the U.S. It's amazing how many problems the USA creates for these other countries, and I would love, at the same time though, we want to see murderers and rapists go to jail, and the sad fact is the left doesn't really care about real crime anymore.
No.
I mean, they'll arrest you for they'll arrest you for saying mean words on social media, but if you steal a car or steal a carton of cigarettes from the grocery store, they don't really care.
No, or if you try to knife a person on the streets. But
if somebody tries to stab you, yes, they won't arrest the stabber, but they'll arrest you for trying to defend yourself from the stabber. It's definitely becoming a problem. It seems to be more worldwide. Okay. Well, we're going to watch the victory speech. This is on Canal 26, which is a local news source down there. So we will see. We'll show this, and this was not on other websites, which I found interesting. But this is probably on certainly lots of great things happening here. It's
you should start like a minute.
It's gonna be cool watching Milei in victory. It's important to be a good winner, and I be gracious in winning, and be be gracious, but don't be too cocky about it. Just it's been amazing watching this campaign. Yes, so we've got we've also got the results on the screen. 40.81 for La Libertad Avanza, 31.61 for Fuerza Patria and their allies, and then
that's
for Provincia Unidas. I mean, these are really the only two significant parties in the election, but there are other parties that certainly are there.
I should probably give this a minute.
What are they saying?
They're talking about the lion and the flag and all that stuff, just.
Okay, I see Milei, I see Bullrich, I think Carina there on the right side. Who's the guy on the left?
That's Adorni. He's
Adorni, okay.
Yeah, he won on Buenos Aires in May. Remember, That was
Dorney's doing other things now. Yeah,
the city of Buenos Aires.
Yeah, the city of Buenos Aires. Yeah. I don't know. I love hearing the crowd sing these songs and stuff. It's just it really is like a rock concert.
En primer lugar, gracias. En primer lugar, deseo darle las gracias a todos los argentinos por esta nueva elección, por este nuevo acto eleccionario y por la maravillosa elección que se hizo estrenando un nuevo sistema de votación que es la boleta única papel, que nunca se había podido pasar y contrario a lo que es el incentivo de los oficialismos, porque termina con la trampa, nosotros dijimos que lo íbamos a hacer y lo hicimos porque estamos a favor de un sistema democrático transparente.
Oh, he's getting the crowd up already. I love it.
Al mismo tiempo, así como agradezco a todos los argentinos por este enorme acto cívico, sería un hipócrita si no diera las gracias en particular a todos aquellos que siguieron abrazando y apoyando las ideas de la libertad para hacer grande la Argentina nuevamente.
Make Argentina great again.
En definitiva, parafraseando a uno de nuestros últimos spots, y es, si vieras qué linda que está la Argentina y qué lindo le queda el violeta.
It is a beautiful country. I agree. Who is that there on the left for a while there next to Adorni? Went in and off the screen.
I couldn't see it.
Okay.
Yeah, but maybe some random dude that it's not a politician.
Okay.
Hoy claramente ha sido un día histórico para la Argentina.
Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that's sorry. That's Santiago Caputo. Yeah. No, I thought you were talking about somebody.
Okay.
Lower.
Santiago Caputo. Okay.
Yes.
El pueblo argentino decidió dejar atrás 100 años de decadencia y persistir en el camino de la libertad, el progreso y el crecimiento. Hoy pasamos el punto bisagra. Hoy comienza la construcción de la Argentina grande.
Oh, this crowd's really going now. He's got him on overdrive. He wants it that way. Yeah.
Naturalmente, repitiendo lo que dije hace un ratito, pero más ordenado, quiero celebrar la implementación de la boleta única papel, que fue un éxito en todo el país y que mejora notoriamente nuestro sistema democrático. Segundo,
what can you tell us about the change in the ballots, Miguel?
Well, the first time, amazing. Like you vote immediately. It is almost impossible to do fraud in the usual ways. Before that, every party had to put all the ballots for several times the amount of voters you have, of potential voters you had. There was constant ballot subtraction, and you always had to have people replacing them, people from your own party that had to go inside the place where you vote, where you were isolated. Now you're not isolated anymore. Nobody can see you what you're voting but they can see you. So the vote's still secret, but they can see you over a counter, just marking some paper, and then you just fold the paper and you go and you put it in there. You cannot do what we call here in Argentina, it's called the chain vote. el voto cadena. It's when, for example, a local politician, normally a Peronist, some that works for some mayor, some Peronist mayor in some district. They what they do is they pay poor people to vote. What they do is they get the envelope where the vote should be. They are able to get one vote. They are able to get a vote where they either they falsify or they get an original envelope with the signature of the president of the table where you vote. So they got one of those envelopes with the vote inside, and they give it to the person, and that person has to keep it hidden. And when they're going to vote, when you go to the table to vote, they used to give you another envelope signed by the president of the table of the table, we say, where we vote, where we vote. It's empty, and you go with that envelope, and inside the classroom normally, where are all the ballots put there, and you fold the ballot and you put it on the envelope. But now you already have one envelope signed by the president of the table there, that the Peronist employee of the mayor was able to get somehow fraudulently, what you do there, you keep the envelope that is empty and already signed by the president of the table, and you have, when you come out from the classroom, you put inside the ballot box the vote that they gave you originally, and then you go with the empty envelope that you got before entering the classroom to the politician employee that gave you originally the envelope with the vote inside, and you gave him the empty envelope, and they repeat that process. That's why it's called chain vote. And they don't pay you if you don't give them the empty envelope signed by the president of the table. So I know that this sounds like crazy. I don't know if you could understand the process, but maybe people should rewind it and re-listen it. But it's mainly that. It's just a process that is done here by the politicians, by Peronist politicians, to guarantee themselves votes, by bribing people, by paying people, poor, desperate people.
Yes, yeah, and apparently that still goes on. By the way, this is at 10:31 Argentina time, so this is 4.5 hours after the polls had closed, and it was, according to this, it was also 21.4 Celsius, so it was a nice day to vote. Canal 26, yeah, let's keep going, yeah.
Quiero agradecer a los fiscales de la Libertad Avanza.
Also, where is this, Miguel? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
It's where it's the Libertad Avanza bunker, but I don't know where it is situated.
Okay.
It is situated in the city of Buenos Aires, but I don't know exactly where.
Is that a bunker? Is that a secret place or something? Or
no, they call it bunker, or we call it here in Argentina bunker. This is the place where the politicians get together on election day to wait for the results.
Okay.
Each party has their own place. It's normally some hotel or something. Yeah.
Okay. It's
Y también quiero agradecer a cada uno de los presidentes de la Libertad Avanza a nivel provincial por haber hecho este esfuerzo enorme que se ha plasmado en un hermoso 41% de votos.
What impressed me about Milei, he's always thanking everybody. He's always grateful.
En definitiva, quiero agradecer a los 10 millones de argentinos que nos han acompañado. Pero Este resultado no hubiera sido posible sin cada uno de los miembros de este gobierno. Por eso quiero darle las gracias a cada uno de ellos, porque si hay algo que ha caracterizado a esta gestión es la generación de resultados permanentemente. En este sentido, quiero agradecer al jefe de gabinete, Guillermo Francos,
Chief of Staff, Guillermo.
También quiero agradecer muy especialmente a la doctora Bullrich y al doctor Luis Petri, porque estaríamos muy cerca de poquito más de 2 años de aquella reunión en Acasuso, convocada por el presidente Macri, donde decidimos aunar fuerzas para derrotar al populismo.
Talking about the meeting where Bullrich endorsed him, and of course Petri was on Bullrich's ticket as well. Macri arranged that. Yeah, well, Bullrich and Petri have been pretty loyal to him. You know who wasn't applauding at all? I don't think she tweeted a word about it. Vija Ruel is almost completely out of the picture, it seems, although she's still the vice president.
Yeah. She's still there. That's true.
Yep. Yeah, it's sad but true. Victoria Vija Ruel. I wonder if she was really with Milei ever when you think about it, but who knows?
También quiero agradecer muy fuertemente al ministro Toto Caputo.
Thanks, Caputo. Yeah, there he is.
Y el agradecimiento a Toto no puede estar escindido del agradecimiento a quien conduce el Banco Central, a ese gigante que es Santiago Bausili.
Thanks, Santiago, yes.
También quiero dar las gracias al ex canciller Gerardo Wertheim.
Thanks, Gerardo Wertheim, who's going out.
Que ha logrado algo inédito no solo en la historia argentina, sino en la historia mundial, porque nunca Estados Unidos brindó un apoyo de semejante calibre y que hoy va a seguir siendo representado por un coloso que viene del Ministerio de Economía, que es Pablo Quirno.
He mentions Pablo Quirno, who's going to replace Wertheim.
También deseo darle las gracias por su tarea con los más vulnerables, a esa luchadora incansable que es Sandra Petovelo.
Yeah, there's Petrovello. He's always smiling too.
That's Martin Menem next to him.
Natural.
Yeah, Martin Menem. Yeah. Thanks for identifying anybody else you recognize. I don't always remember people that well.
Yeah, he's the president. He's still the president of the Congressman chamber. So yeah.
Yep. There are so many people who have made this happen.
Realmente también no puedo dejar de mencionar al coloso, a Federico Sturzenegger, el ministro más reformista de la historia argentina.
Sturzenegger is easy to pick out in the crowd. He bows. I love it.
Yeah, he's deregulating. He keeps doing his job.
He's the man with the chainsaw.
También quiero darle las gracias a nuestro ministro de Salud, Mario Lugones.
Lugones is right next to. Was Lugones right next to Caputo?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, he's
Liverona, is that the guy who's clapping
with
right now?
with the gray hair. That's Liverona.
In the gray jacket. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen him before, but yeah, Mariano Cunho Liverona.
A nuestro ministro del Interior, Lisandro Catalán.
Catalan is the bald guy.
I not that I might I had to plead ignorance. I don't recognize him. There's one with one with gray hair, just behind Martin Menem. That's the second senator that entered along with Patricia Bullrich in the city of Buenos Aires. That's
okay. Wait a minute. Yeah. I'm Minister of the Interior. Yeah, he's got a smile. He's got a full head of hair, though. So I think he might be the guy. I think he might be this guy. Yeah.
No, that guy just that's Martin Menem.
That's Menem. Okay, that's maybe it is that guy, but he's lost all his hair.
Yeah, Martin Menem. Then next to this Peto Velo, Martin Menem. Then the other one is Guillermo Francos. I don't know the other guy.
Yeah. Okay, Francos is there. Yeah,
and then the tall guy, bald. On the left, that's Sturzenegger, Federico Sturzenegger.
Sturzenegger. Yeah, okay, yeah. So maybe they're not going to show him. Maybe he's not there.
Al presidente de la Cámara de Diputados de la Nación Argentina, Martin Menem.
Yeah, Martin Menem.
Yeah, there's Menem. Yeah. Petrovelo and Caputo. Yes.
También le quiero dar las gracias a alguien que la gran mayoría de ustedes no conocen, pero que es el cerebro legal detrás de todo esto, a María Ibarzábal.
María Ibarzábal, yeah, is that lady right there?
She said that we usually don't see her, so that's probably her.
Yeah. I didn't really know that. I hadn't heard her mentioned before, but yes, there's a lot of people he's thanking. It's really what I love watching him. He is always calling out his people. He's so gracious.
Además, también quiero darle las gracias a quien sale y da la cara por mí y la voz regularmente. Mi vocero, Manuel Adorni.
Yep, Adorni, yeah. Adorni doesn't look very old either.
No, I think he's 49.
Y como no podía ser de otra manera, a los dos colosos que han sido los arquitectos de este milagro, Santiago Caputo y Javier Milei. Muchas gracias.
Santiago Caputo y
Más allá, digamos que no podía dejar de agradecer al equipo porque sin ellos todo esto hubiera sido imposible. Este resultado no es más ni menos que la confirmación del mandato que asumimos en el 2023. Hoy, el país entero, de La Quiaca a Ushuaia, confirmó su vocación de cambiar de forma irreversible el destino de la patria.
This really does confirm its change. I think after this, he's got a really good chance in 2 years of being reelected.
Yes.
Durante los primeros 2 años nos dedicamos a evitar que la Argentina caiga por el precipicio, ya que enfrentábamos las peores condiciones iniciales de la historia que combinaban lo peor de las 3 peores crisis de Argentina. Un sobrante monetario que era el doble de la previa al Rodrigazo en el 75, un desequilibrio patrimonial en el Banco Central que era peor que el que tuvo Alfonsín en la previa de la hiperinflación del 89 e indicadores sociales peores que el del 2001. Es decir, era un campo minado y gracias a este conjunto de personas hipertalentosas que me rodean, hemos logrado salir de eso y hoy Argentina es reconocido en todo el mundo por lo que hemos hecho durante estos últimos 2 años. Durante los próximos 2 años tenemos que afianzar el camino reformista que emprendimos para dar vuelta de una vez y para siempre en la historia argentina. Ahora estamos enfocados en llevar a cabo las reformas que la Argentina necesita para consolidar el crecimiento y el despegue definitivo de la Argentina para hacer grande a la Argentina nuevamente. Es por eso que quiero destacar el rol del nuevo Congreso, que será fundamental para asegurar este cambio de rumbo. A partir del 10 de diciembre pasamos a contar con 101 diputados en vez de 37.
Okay, so Congress convenes on September 10th with 101 deputies instead of 37.
Y en el Senado pasamos de 6 senadores a 20 senadores.
And 6 to 20 in the Senate. Yeah, that's good increase.
Por ende, no dudo en decirles.
What'd you say there?
No, I think no. No, it's not. He's not reaching a third yet.
Yeah,
of senators, unfortunately. Yeah,
he's not reaching a third, but I mean, there's certainly a substantial portion of people that really can't be ignored at this point. So,
yeah.
Que a partir del 10 de diciembre tendremos, sin lugar a dudas, el Congreso más reformista de la historia argentina.
Okay, we get some different results here. What was these results that we got? Buenos Aires deputies. Diego Centilli, yeah.
That's the province of Buenos Aires, where it was the unexpected victory. Like I was expecting a win, but not in the province of Buenos Aires.
Yeah,
I mean, I was expecting national average, Capital Federal, rest of the provincias, most of them at least. But in the province of Buenos Aires, Jesus, we won against the province. I mean, maybe I should have expected one, because in 2017 happened the same thing. And it wasn't like the economic conditions of the country were probably a little worse than now in 2017. Yeah.
What can you tell me about this Jorge Tiana guy? I've seen some people definitely saying stuff about him. Is he another version of Massa or what?
Well, yes. Well, no, he's like Massa. It's a right-wing politician.
Yeah.
Like he's an opportunist, but in his heart, he's more like a right-winger.
Okay.
This guy is also an opportunist, as probably every politician, but he comes from the extreme left. He used to belong to the guerrillas in the 70s, to the Montoneros guerrilla. Guerrilla was the left Peronist extreme left. I mean, in the 70s. So, yeah, he's still around. Probably should be in jail, but long time ago. So,
yeah, they're well, some of those people fled the country, and they, maybe this, and by now maybe that was so long ago. I mean, I know Argentina still kind of bears the scars of this almost a civil war that was in the 70s. But if he was involved with Montoneros too, that means he won't be around much longer either. I mean, he's in the same age bracket as Bullrich. Yeah. I should probably just do a show talking entirely about Montoneros.
Bullrich comes from Montoneros also. But
yes, she does. Yes, she
evolved in another direction. So, yeah.
She was out of the country for a while too. I mean, literally.
Well, she was, to be fair, she was very young. She was 15 years old when she joined Montoneros. She probably departed to exile maybe 2 years later. Maybe she was 17 years old. I don't know the level of effective participation she had in operations of the guerrillas. That's hard to know. What we do know is that, maybe if you want to go with ancient history, but what we do know is that her sister She was the girlfriend of a very high-ranked Montoneros officer called Rodolfo Galimberti. And when the dictatorship, the military coup, military junta, got in power in March 1976, Rodolfo Galimberti took Patricia Bullrich and her sister, which was her girlfriend. He took them both to exile to Paris, France. Patricia Bullrich's sister, Galimberti's girlfriend, dies in a car accident, and Patricia Bullrich stays linked to this guy, to Galimberti. This guy was like the real deal. He was putting bombs, kidnapping people, shooting in the streets. He went to fight in the Lebanon War in the 80s. I mean, and after that he ended up in the CIA. Anyways,
so yes,
yeah, and so but Rodolfo Galimberti had a moment of like how you say, of moral clarity, you can say, and he didn't want to support what the leadership of the Montoneros that was above him. He was a captain, in the guerrilla Montoneros, but he didn't want to support what the high-ranking people in the Montoneros called the counteroffensive, where they sent a bunch of kids to die needlessly fighting against the military government in 1977, 78, and 79. He broke complete relations with the high ranks of Montoneros, and he took as many people he could with him. And Patricia Bullrich helped him in that process. So now that's the story mainly. That happened in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, and Tayana, his father was actually a Perron's doctor, and he was involved in the Kirchners. Yeah, I really hope Bullrich writes her memoirs sometime. I can imagine it's going to be a very interesting life she's lived.
Yeah.
Estamos comprometidos en hacer Argentina el país más libre del mundo y vamos a cumplir nuestro contrato electoral con cada uno de los argentinos que nos acompañó y los que no nos acompañaron también, porque la Argentina grande es para todos. Y es más, y lo quiero aclarar, y es importante, que no lo digo únicamente por las bancas obtenidas por la Libertad Avanza. Por fuera de los inadaptados de siempre, que se piensan que la economía se arregla haciendo la danza de la lluvia y solo saben poner palos en la rueda, hay decenas de diputados y senadores de otros partidos con los que podemos encontrar acuerdos básicos.
He's going to have to form some coalitions. Who do you think he might form coalitions with? Some of the regional parties, some of the provincial parties, or what?
Well, mainly the governors. He needs.
Yeah. The governors are still. Yeah, I hope he can get more governors on his side. They're still like Formosa and Santiago del Estero. I mean, those are two provinces I know, for example, where I don't think he's going to get any help at all.
No. And in the case of Formosa. I mean, there you have a governor that has been since forever, since 1995, and before that he was the vice governor for 2 mandates before that, I believe. Yeah. So he's in power since 1990, I think, and he's in open defiance of a Supreme Court of a Supreme Court resolution. The national Supreme Court. Not a local Supreme Court, but the National Supreme Court said to him that he couldn't modify that is unconstitutional, the modification that he did in the Formosa Constitution to be continuously re-elected, and he's in defiance of that. So eventually, like, Formosa would have to be made an example of, and it should be intervened. Like Milei has to send the army, the Gendarmería Nacional, the Policía Federal there, and we call it intervención provincial, like intervene there and just seize power temporarily and just reestablish a new order, new elections, and to make it clear for other provinces that are almost the same, like as Formosa, like Santiago del Estero, Tucumán, like Chaco, that no, this cannot go on forever. This is just unadmissible.
Well, Santiago del Estero, they did it the more popular way. He was president. He's been president since 2005, and then he handed it off to his wife.
Yeah.
So that's one. Yeah. So that's one way around that. Just as long as you keep it in the family. But yeah, I didn't realize Chaco and all those provinces are in the north too, which is telling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Saber que en muchas provincias la segunda fuerza no fue el kirchnerismo, sino el oficialismo provincial.
What's the philosopher movement? He's talking about
no, the kirchnerismo. Like he's saying, like in the most other provinces, not in the province of Buenos Aires, but in most other provinces, the second force wasn't the Peronism, Kirchnerism, but wasn't the Kirchnerism mostly, but local forces that are subject to the governors. So some traditional Peronists, but not Kirchnerist, and other like ex radical party or other forces. So like he's putting an emphasis on that fact, like the Kirchnerismo is not the second force anymore on most of the provinces of the country.
Okay, yeah.
Oficialismos que son actores racionales, procapitalistas y a los que 1 más 1 les da 2. Es por ello que queremos invitar a la gran mayoría de los gobernadores que tendrán representación parlamentaria a discutir en conjunto estos acuerdos. En definitiva, ahora sí podremos traducir en leyes las consignas del Pacto de Mayo.
Yeah, talking about the May Pact, we'll see what we can do with that.
Vamos a poder sentarnos a discutir las bases para una Argentina distinta, una Argentina que hoy en día no nos podemos ni siquiera imaginar. Porque un dato que quedó en claro hoy es que 2 de cada 3 argentinos no quieren volver al pasado.
Nice win in Cordoba for La Libertad Avanza. They're putting up here too. Gonzalo Roca. Oh, Schiaretti was in that election.
Yeah. So there that's the clearest example. Yeah. Like the Libertad Avanza goes first by a long shot, like 14 points there. And there, the second force, it's a Peronist governor who is opposed to the Kirchnerismo, to Cristina Kirchner, to Chrissy Love, to all of that. So there you see. That's
when I was watching the debates, I thought Schiaretti was a guy who I thought Milei could work with. He seemed like a pretty reasonable guy. I liked him a lot better than Bullrich in those debates, but he didn't have quite as many votes. But he just said, this seems like a guy Milei could work with. And also here's another guy who actually was out of the country for a while because of he would have been arrested. It was because these people were all involved in whatever activities are. Because he's a pretty old guy too, Schiaretti. But yeah, that's the other thing too, is all these Peronists are old. Thank goodness. And you look at Milei's crowd, and it's a bunch of kids under 30. Well, not kids, but
Y no solo eso, le sacamos 14 puntos de diferencia al kirchnerismo.
Libertad, libertad, libertad.
Y como además tienen algún tema con la matemática y le gusta sumar peras con manzanas, digamos, único en la historia de querer sumar dos sellos distintos. Pero aún así le sacamos 11 puntos de diferencia.
Yeah.
En definitiva,
It's a happy crowd, yeah.
No, what I was saying is like when he said first, like we got like 14 points of difference with the Kirchnerismo.
Yeah.
But since they competed using different like party alliances, the results are more likely. What they say is that the difference was not 14 points, but a little over 10 points. So that's the thing he was saying. Just that. Yeah.
Los argentinos mostraron que no quieren volver al modelo del fracaso, al modelo de la inflación, al modelo de la emisión monetaria, al modelo del Estado inútil, al modelo de la inseguridad. Los argentinos le dijeron, basta al populismo, populismo nunca más.
Enough of populism, never again. Some people would say Milei is a populist.
Yeah, yeah, maybe we should. I would like to say why that it's a complete bullshit. Like for me, it is a necessary condition to be a populist.
Yeah.
That you have to incorporate what we can call macroeconomic populism.
Yeah.
That's a necessary condition. Like there might be other conditions, but if that condition is not there, you don't have populist. And what do I mean by macroeconomic populism? I mean economic policies that tend to increase a lot the consumption of resources in the present at the expense of the future. And that's what the Kirchnerismo did till there was no more savings to plunder, and the only last resource was just printing money and increasing the price level to adjust to a permanent consumption of capital, and accelerated because, as you know, inflation. The more inflation you have, the more you accelerate the consumption of capital.
Yes.
So, if you don't have that condition, you're not a populist. It doesn't matter your discourse, your ways, the way you characterize others as enemies, maybe, and you as the savior, if you want, or whatever other political communication tactics you use, or demagoguery, or whatever. If you don't have like conditions where you are installing an unsustainable capital structure for your economy, you're not a populist. You're not a populist. That's
well, it seems to be a populist is just somebody who seeks popularity. So if you want to win, you got to be a populist. But yeah.
Well, if you want to use the term in that sense, but that's absolutely harmless. I mean, it's devoid of meaning. At least it is devoid of negative meaning, or it might have other negative connotations, like I don't know, like degrading the level of public discourse, or whatever you wanna put there. I don't know if I agree with that. Probably I will, but it is not the populism that counts. It's not what really harmed this country, and what is really harming countries like the United States, like Trump. It's a populist. He's clearly increasing the unsustainability of the future, the savings of the U.S. citizens. So, and Milei is doing everything, or everything in contrary to that direction, at least in what it is permitted by the political situation. He does the most effort in that direction in what it is permitted by the political situation. So
I mean, I've said it. I want to stand on the tallest building in Buenos Aires and just scream out to everybody, if Trump was in Argentina, he would be a Peronist. It's
no matter what Scott Bessent said of Senator Warren, which also will be a Peronist, Trump will also be a Peronist.
Well, Warren would be with Miriam Bregman. She'd be a communist, but
probably, you're probably right. You're more acute observer than me on that.
And a good day in Santa Fe. So here we go.
En definitiva, al igual que en el 2023, somos muchísimos más los argentinos que queremos avanzar que los argentinos que quieren retroceder. Nuestra prioridad para los próximos 2 años va a ser darle no solo a los 15 millones de argentinos que nos acompañaron en el 23, sino a los 47 millones de argentinos un futuro mejor que el futuro que se merecen. No solo vamos a defender las reformas ya hechas, sino que además vamos a impulsar las reformas que aún faltan para lograr ese futuro. Porque queremos ser un país que crece, para ser la Argentina que nunca deberíamos haber dejado de ser, para volver a ser la Argentina.
Libertad Avanza lost this one in Tucumán, I see.
No, second in Tucumán. Tucumán, as I told you, is like Formosa is Peronist wasteland.
But lots of history there, So many of these provinces are so small too. They're not really that important anyway.
Grande nuevamente. Tenemos una oportunidad histórica e irrepetible como país. Tenemos la responsabilidad de dejar de lado los intereses partidarios y pensar como país. Confiamos en que podemos trabajar en conjunto con todas las fuerzas con las que tenemos puntos de acuerdo para lograr aprobar los cambios que la Argentina pide a gritos hace ya tantos años. En definitiva, muchas gracias a todos. Que Dios bendiga a los argentinos, que las fuerzas del cielo nos acompañen y ¡viva la libertad, carajo! ¡Viva la libertad, carajo! ¡Viva la libertad, carajo!
¡Viva la libertad, carajo! That is the end. Yes, that was a good speech.
Anyways, if I can share you just one screen for you, your viewers can see.
There's a lot of interesting stuff here.
I don't know if you can see this.
Not yet.
How can I make a shareable screen?
Yeah, share the screen, then I have to approve it.
Wait, how do I do it?
hit the plus sign with the screen on it.
Archivo de imagen, maybe this. Yeah, I think it is this. Yeah, this. Yeah. No, wait, there wasn't that.
Or you can send me the image and I can share it.
Yeah, escritorio. I think I have it here. Wait, give me a second. This is just the collapse of the interest rate.
Yeah. I had watched Milei's speech.
Can you see it there?
Yeah. I just want to say I had watched Milei's speech on September 16th at CPAC Paraguay, and this was 5 days after Charlie Kirk got shot. And Milei was so somber and so soft-spoken. It was he'd really been impacted by that shooting.
Yeah, as everybody, I think.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is the thing too, Miguel. The Peronists are going to be more desperate now.
See, you don't know Argentinian politicians.
Okay, yeah.
Like there, many Peronists are going to come to help the victor. That's how it works here. So, they are like leeches for power.
Wow.
And whatever 25% of the vote, of the total vote that the Kirchnerismo has, not the Peronism in total, but the Kirchnerismo has. Yeah, that will subsist as a stronghold probably, but they will be now more isolated than ever. And I say this because, there you can take a look at that's the collapse of the interest rate. So you can
so it went from 1.1 to down to under 0.7, I guess.
Yeah, I know. So that would be 1,100 points.
Yeah,
1,100 points in Friday, the 24th of October, just before the election, and then Monday, when the markets open on the Monday 27, after the election of Sunday 26. So you can see a collapse of about 500 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 500 points in the. So that's a collapse of 5% in the interest rate. So 1,100 points. It's 11% over the interest rate of the U.S. Treasury. 650%. That's the level that it is now. 650%. It's 6.5% interest rate over the Treasury interest rate. So the Treasury, U.S. Treasury's bond, or the average U.S. Treasury, I believe. So that's how much the fear of a return of Peronism was putting on the markets. That would be in general for regular people. So because I don't make a difference between markets and regular people in general. So if the market is free enough, I don't have. And normally the credit markets are relatively the freest in terms of the liberty to exchange. The freest markets you can have as a comparison. So you see, that shows the return of the trust in the government.
Yes.
And in the general direction of the country.
Yeah. Well, we also had the Argentine peso was $1 would get about 1,490, and now that's went down to about 1435 or 1437.
Yeah.
So that's there was a quick drop, but that's another thing too. Is so that currency swap certainly ended up being a good deal.
I would like to emphasize that the system was solid.
Yeah.
But like what the Trump administration did, it was helping the Milei government just to pass this turbulence. Like most of that money will not be moved, the money of the swap or all of that. It's just there as a guarantee, but it will not be moved. The system is solid. There's no fiscal deficit anymore. And right now, they're in the middle of repurchasing a big chunk of debt. I mean, they're using J.P. Morgan as the intermediary, and they're going to repurchase several tens of thousands of billions of dollars in Argentinian debt. That is, let's say it's denominated at, let's say, if it is denominated at 100, it is right now it is still being sold in the market, let's say at 60. So they're going to buy a big chunk of debt of Argentinians, different kinds of debt instruments, and for about numbers, I don't have right now the numbers, but it would be something around like $20 billion. That is a lot of money. So right now, when all that process will be completed, we can say that Milei reduced the amount of total debt of Argentina by about $55 billion. So just to give you a perspective, the complete debt of the Argentinian economy, denominated in dollars and in pesos, it's up about $400 billion, was around 400 billions. So by the end of this process, Milei already reduced that by about 30 billion. So it will be reduced by 55, 57, maybe $60 billion in total, from 400 billion to 60 billion less. So it's a lot. It's a very sharp reduction in the total debt of the country. So that also should be signal. Like it's a very positive sign. And in general, as I think I already told you, there's Argentina is the economy, the growth slowed down a little in this few months since May, but the year is going to finish with over 5% growth, and next year the numbers that people are predicting is about 4% growth, a little over 4%, maybe 4.2. And with Milei just being in power, we will have a third year of economic growth. We don't have 3 years of economic growth in Argentina since 2008. 3 continuous years of economic growth since 2008. And by 2027, we will have 1-digit annual inflation. And we don't have 1-digit annual inflation since 2006. So taking in account those two data points, which summarize a lot of positive other informations, I mean, you can almost predict for sure that Milei will be reelected with those parameters. And we will have, I believe, by the end of the second term of Milei, we will be I always say, like Greece, like a poor European country, which will be much richer than we are now. So that's what I.
Yeah. And it does bring up the question: who's after Milei? He's at 8 years, right? I mean, I sometimes ask people this. I asked. When I saw Maria Orozco, asked her, I said, "Will you run after 8 years of Milei?" She said,
"No, that's it. That's the problem of the project. That's the problem of the project. The project is like Milei is messy, and all the other people are just like we say, they're waiting there. They're with him. They're just there is nothing organic here. There is no libertarian base that is being constructed. Really, what you have is like mostly like a recycling of the Peronist people in new positions in the government. You have very little libertarians. Like you have I would say, one senator that is a classical liberal. That's Agustin Monteverde, that came second with Patricia Bullrich. After Patricia Bullrich, then you have Adrián Rabier, who is a congressman from La Pampa. Right now, he's an economist. He's an Austrian economist. He's one of the leading world specialists on, not only in dollarization and all of that, but he's a specialist in Austrian monetary cycle theory, and also he's an expert in Austrian like banking debates, like the free banking school versus the 100% reserve coefficient, all those things that only libertarians and Austrians care about, but which are important in the great scheme of things. Maybe not now, but will be important in the future. So and you have one more that is one of the sons of Alberto Venegas Lynch, or from his family, Joaquin Venegas Lynch, I think, from Santa Fe. That's pretty much it. So 3 persons in a sea of people. In one, I think was new, maybe 60 or 70 new congressmen and 15 senators, new senators. So
there's a bunch, there's a lot of people there. I think you said you didn't have much time left, right?
If you can, we can get it close. If you want to ask me anything else, I can maybe give you in the general sense. I already said I'm optimistic. Like this is gonna last it's gonna end up being evaluated by history as a very positive experiment.
I think it's almost still, I was calling it the capitalist or democratic version of the Bolshevik Revolution. I hope it makes that much of a difference because people might finally start taking these ideas seriously. Anything else to say before we go, Jorge or Miguel, or not?
No. Thank you very much, as always, Chris, for having me. And I'm always at your disposal for if you want to talk about the Argentinian situation, or you want to talk about the general libertarian philosophy. I'm still a philosopher, so whenever you want to talk about it, I'll do it gladly.
Well, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to celebrate. So please, where can we find you out there? You're on.
I'm on Facebook, Miguel Duranti. I'm also on Twitter, but I never use Twitter. I consider it the fucking cesspool.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm on Instagram also, but I use it for like family pictures and all that stuff.
Well, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and go buy my novel, Escape from the Village. Check out my Substack. People are giving me money to buy me a coffee. This has been our second show about the election. So thank you, Miguel Duranti. I'm Chris Baker. We're out. Buy my novel, Escape from the Village, from major booksellers online. Go to escapevillage.com. Subscribe to the Substack. Go to fountainheadforum.substack.com. Support the forum. Go to buymeacoffee.com/fountainheadforum. Thank you.